Hey everyone, how's it going? Today we're going to start out in the SC100Y here just for a quick clip, just to break up the amount of FV215b 183 videos I've been putting out lately. And look at that mob moving towards Bruiser. Ho ho ho. I wonder what's going through his mind right now. You get down there and that's usually a good spot to be. I mean, it really splits up the enemy, but I've never seen 4 top tier tanks run straight down there before, and I'm sure that's due to the 3-man platoon on their team. But wow. They just took out Bruiser really fast. And next they're going to try moving their sights on me, or at least 1 or 2 of them are. Try to deter him the best I can, put a couple good shots into him, and I ended up moving up and finishing off the last one that was around that area. You can see him there. I'm going to put a shot into his back, make it count. Nope, I put it into his side, his tracks ate it. Not good. So you're going to see me here kind of sticking to the wall, trying to hope that artillery won't be able to hit me here, but I'm not entirely sure. Moving up and down a little bit, forwards and backwards, to try to deter their aiming abilities. I've noticed I've loaded a high explosive round for this guy. I'm hoping he'll come around the corner. I think that he saw me start to move over in that direction. I think he still had me lit a little bit before I started moving, but there we go. High explosive round to the front does enough damage, and that's what I was hoping for. Anyways, now moving on to the actual battle. Ruinberg on fire. Still a good map. Well, it's not really any different than Ruinberg other than some visual effects, but that's fine, I suppose. Now then, you'll notice really quickly here that I will get spotted. I'm assuming that means they sent a scout right into the field, probably around E8, E9, or something like that. There's going to be a scout of theirs that we're not going to see, but I suspect that it was their Frenchie there. So that kind of came to a surprise. I was not expecting to be spotted. I'm going to kind of hide behind this building. That's going to both let me stop for a second, and hopefully if artillery is watching, I don't know if they'll even... well, they should be loaded by now. If they were watching, then hopefully that'll deter them a little bit. Hopefully I get despotted when I'm behind the building. They don't know that I came out, but I just don't know any of that for sure. But moving on here, me and Bruiser in a battle, in a platoon again. It's usually how it goes, of course, as you may have noticed by now. But we're in the 215b 183 here, and this thing is getting a nerf in 9.2, which really sucks for me, because this is my favorite tank to play. Basically what's happening is the Hesh rounds, they're the premium, that can do 1650 damage average per shot. They're still going to do just as much damage, but they're going to be nerfed from, don't hurt me if I'm wrong, from something like 275 millimeters penetration to 230 millimeters penetration, which that's the value that's being changed, give or take 5 millimeters on each of those. I can't remember exactly. But I moved out of the way there. You'll see that once I got spotted, I'm like, okay, I'm out of there. That T-30 saw me. The reason I didn't sit there is because they have 3 big artillery, and this is one of their favorite spots to watch. And I wasn't going to take the chance there. I'm going to sit here for a little longer than I should have, really. But it's all going to work out in the end, hopefully. I'm going to make it work. I'm looking over at east. I'm seeing, oh boy, there's a mob and a half over there of red. Just a big blob. It's overpowering. The red blobs are overpowering the green blobs. Should I move over is what I'm thinking. Should I go support that side? I decide, well, no. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to probably have to do something. I'm going to have to start moving, start shooting something, because I don't think that T-30 is coming around the corner. I'm going to have to find myself a target, which hopefully won't be a problem once I get around this corner. We'll see. There's an E5. Turned his turret a little bit too much. I put a shot into the side of him. Over 1700 damage, thank you. Now then, hopefully we can take this town before they take field, but it's not looking too good. And it's hard to push very fast in this thing with its long reload. I have it down to about 24-25 seconds. When it was stock, I think it was something like 35 seconds, but with some consumables and, not consumables, equipment, and some crew skills, managed to get it down to 24.74, I think, seconds is what it says on the reload counter, that you can't see in the battle replays, unfortunately. Now then, here comes the wave from the east. I'm gonna try to pre-aim down there. It takes a long time for me to fully aim in this thing. So I need to plan ahead a little bit, especially with that long reload. I need to plan ahead on everything. Can I hit him? Nope, that was kind of unlucky. That should have hit him, but there was certainly some room for that not to work out so well. Looking over to my left there, kind of worried something's going to appear. I was spotted. It's probably from the tanks in front of me, just now seeing me. Alright. Nah, I don't think I can get a shot at him. He's a moving target, and I was still reloading. IS-3? No, he's behind the buildings. How about this 704? Oh, he's not behind a building. Finish him off. Over 1,300 damage. I'll take that. And E-75's behind me now. He seems like a pretty juicy target. And I'm going to go around this corner. Spotted again. Didn't know I was ever unspotted, but or despotted, however you want to say it. E-75 now. Ooh, thought he was going to hit me. Artillery's looking at me too. We'll return the favor to the E-75 there, even though he didn't quite hit us. I am worried about that IS there. IS-4. Alright, he's going to hit me this time. I've fully accepted that. I'm still taking my time aiming. Hurrying that shot's not going to really help me in the long run. And we did 1,750 damage to him, so that to me seems like it was worth taking a hit. Bruiser there, he's starting to hurt a little bit on health, or he soon will be. He's going to duke it out with the IS-4 and the IS-8. Which even something as well armored as the E-100, which doesn't feel as well armored as it used to. E-75 spotted me again. It's still tough to hold up against a lot of tier 10 tanks, especially when your front plate is showing. Alright, now the IS-4 is going to cross. I hope this shot penetrates, but shooting on its tracks in this thing is usually not a good idea. That's just kind of a habit I've picked up from playing other tanks. Usually I use armor-piercing rounds on tanks, so it doesn't really matter if you shoot them in the tracks or not. To a point, at least. To a point, you can really argue that fact. Look at this IS-8. What's he doing? Artillery splashing. I'm going to use repair kit because I want to keep aimed at him as well as I can. He just stops right in front of me. I don't know what he was thinking. He got greedy with Bruiser, I guess, and thought that I wouldn't kill him in one shot, or thought that I wasn't going to be reloaded for another 10 seconds or something, which would have been true if I was stuck. That IS-4 put one into us. I'm going to sit right here, though. I think this is the best cover. Peeking out's only going to get me shot from either the left or the right side now. But now I'm seeing this E-75 coming around Bruiser. He's going to get a shot at Bruiser's back. I need to get in there. Bruiser bounces it off the side. Oh, man. I've fully accepted the fact I'm going to take a hit here. I need to be careful when doing that, though, because the Hesh rounds are a high explosive type. So I could potentially have splashed both of them and killed Bruiser and the E-75 there if I wasn't careful. Now my turret's gone, but that's fine. I'm not going to be reloaded until it's repaired anyway. Bruiser's taking more hits. There's that Object 268 coming up behind us. And spots us. I'm kind of worried about him. I kind of messed up this shot here. I really should have aimed it. I was in a hurry under pressure. And you may have saw the odds a minute ago. It was something like 7 versus 4. Something like that. I can't remember exactly. But it was not looking good. Now we've got it down to just 3 of us versus 3 of their artillery. I like these odds a little bit better, although me and Bruiser are in pretty low health, and I'm not sure what the Waffenträger's on in our team. But regardless, he's a pretty easy target with that big, thin turret. That's a pretty painful thing to get hit with any kind of high explosive round, including artillery, or these things with the Hesh rounds. I'm kind of looking around this corner. I'm thinking artillery is either going to be running away and hiding, or they're going to move in for the kill. They're going to want to shotgun us. So you can see artillery took a couple shots. Looks like one hit the building up there and one landed in the cap circle. I'm going to come around this corner again, trying to pre-aim as much as I can with this turret that turns something like 90 degrees, 45 degrees in each direction. Keeping in mind it's damaged, so it's going to be harder for me to aim at stuff fast. I don't see anything yet. And the light bulb for 6th sense isn't there. So hopefully that means I'm safe. That could change at any moment. I'm going to stick close to these buildings just so I have some artillery cover. But I am going to peek around this corner, and hopefully I'll spot one hiding down the alley there. Hopefully I'll see him before he sees me. Oh, there he is. No. Looked like he tried to turn in the last second to get closer to cover there. But he just wasn't fast enough, and I had an armor-piercing round for him there. That's all I have left at this point, but had that ready for him. That's all I needed. Hesh round, which cost 8,000 per shell, as opposed to the, I think, 2,500 per shell for the armor piercing. It's better to use an armor-piercing or a regular high-explosive round on artillery. However, I'm not too worried about making credits a whole lot in this thing, so I don't actually load any of the standard high-explosive rounds. Alright, now I'm going to drive down here. Hopefully I can see an artillery down there by their base. But seeing how they have some cover, chances are if I get too close, they're going to spot me first. I can also hope that I'm going to sit here, hoping that I'm in pretty good artillery cover, if any of them do spot me, and hope that if one comes along through here, then I'll be able to hit him. Also, if he comes around that corner right there, hopefully he won't be expecting me, and hopefully I can get a shot at him before he gets a shot at me. Oh, there's one coming down from the south. That's kind of a bit of a surprise, but Bruiser got him just in time for the end of the battle. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I will see you for the next one.